What up, YouTube world? What up, Blessed Squad? Blessed Squad is the best squad. For those who want to join us easy, all you gotta do is subscribe, man. Come join our kingdom community. While you guys doing that, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share. You know, get it popping. So, back for another one, y'all. Back to finish up the story. True events that happened in BC. So what do we leave off at? Oh yeah, the king of Ammon, right? Trying to finesse my boy Jephthah, right? So once Jephthah found out, once he kicked the story back to him with all the facts and everything, that's when it dawned on uh, Jephthah that he was lying. He was there for other means, and it wasn't what he was talking about. Now I told you, Jephthah, well, he was the type of guy where he was patient. You know, he likes to figure things out, but he's also the type of guy like he doesn't like getting played. And man, once you get him there to shed blood, he's ready to shed blood. He's one of those type, So the king of Ammon pretty much messed up, man, because he got hyped, he got upset once he figured out everything that was going on. Not only him, but then God did too. So God told Jephthah, he says, listen, I'm going to deliver them fools to you. You will be the victor. They going down. So, when God told him that, he got even more hype, boy. He was ready to go, and then God him with the spirit of the Lord. Wow. Once you get hit with the spirit of the Lord, I'm telling y'all, you get all the confidence in the world. I mean, that's God's spirit on you leading now. It's like you ready for anything. You don't care. You'll take on a whole clip of a doggone M16 or a chopper, and you'll still feel like you're invincible, boy. So once that happened, he told all his warriors, he was like, yo, everybody grab their grave diggers. Let's go. We ain't waiting on them. We gonna meet them and show them what's up, right? So, and what I mean by grave diggers, hold on, y'all. Let me get this. Gotta have this got wrapped up in playing games. What's going on? Well, I tell you, I be having the weirdest things happen. But anyway, so, what do you mean by grave diggers? Mean they weapons, they tools. Because you got to remember, everybody had their own special weapon. Some use clubs, some use swords, bows, staffs, all types of stuff. Everybody had their little go-to weapon. Grave diggers to kill people with, right? So, everybody gathered up, they all hyped, they all walking down there. And all of a sudden, secretly, Jephthah makes a covenant with God. He said, he was like, hey God, listen, if you deliver these heathens into my hands and allow me to be the victor, when I go home, whatever comes to greet me first from my house, I will offer it to you, Lord. It will be a burnt offering to you. That's how they used to, show their show their thanks to God. And when you give somebody a burnt offering, it's like giving somebody a gift. Show your love, show your appreciation, of who He is to them. And so that's what they did back in the day. Used to like take the best of the best animal that they had, or if they were farmers and they had fruit, it would be the best vegetables and fruits and stuff, and they would set it up all displayed real nicely and burn it, and it was a burnt offering to the Lord, and God accepted that. So That's where a lot of that was going on. But God heard them. God accepted. They went down there, and man, they whooped them boys' butt. See, that's what that's what the king of Ammon get. Trying to come down there. See, he was feeling himself. Because remember I told you, they had just came from Eglon. You know, and they tore Eglon up. And I'm sure they hit a couple of other spots too before they got to Eglon. So, you know, they was just there plundering and just taking what they wanted and just looting and just getting rich as all, you know, getting rich off everybody else's stuff. And obviously they was taking their women, you know, making them slaves and doing whatever they wanted to do with them. You know, that's how that goes down. When you plunder, right? So the fact that he thought he was going to come to Gilead and do the same thing, big mistake, man. Big mistake. They whooped them boys' butt from one end to the other. I mean, whooped they tail. So, remember how I told you how the story gets wild, right? This is crazy. So, they whooped their tail, right? Remember what I said to God, you know, the first thing that comes out my house, you know, to greet me, it'll be a burnt offering to you, right? So lo and behold, he's on his way home, steps up in his yard, y'all. And the first thing that came out the house to greet this man was his daughter. Was his daughter. Now you got to think about it. If Jethro was, if he was to say that, that means he's used to being greeted by something else. And me just using my common sense, I would think it would be animals. You know, one of his animals, maybe his goat or something like that. Just because back in the day, land and animals was their rich, you know, was their richness. It was their currency. You know what I'm saying? The more land you had, the more animals you had, the more well off you was. It really wasn't about paper currency or coin currency. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in my mind, it's like, okay, he was well off. You know, him and his family was well off. So I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe, you know, when he walked up in his yard, maybe it's always a goat that he pets or something like that, you know, before he goes in the house that greets him. It darn sure wasn't his daughter, because he wouldn't have made that covenant with God. Anybody in their right, I mean, if it was normal for his daughter to come greet him, he wouldn't have made that covenant with God. And here's the thing. When his daughter came out, it's not like he could have been like, oh snap, that's my daughter, God. Wait, never mind. Let it be the second thing to greet me. And then he gotta like push his way towards the goat and stuff and be like, oh look, it's the goat. Nah, bruh. Whenever you make a covenant with God, you got to keep that covenant, no matter what. That man's heart dropped when he saw his daughter come out. So you knew that was unusual. And what it was, the reason why she came out playing a tambourine and stuff, because, you know, word had got back to the village. You got to remember how I told you how the lands was vast, it was big. So, you know, they was kicking their butts for a few weeks. That just didn't happen like in a couple of hours and they were whooping, you know, they whooped their butts and they were done. By the time they was tearing these boys up, word had got back around to the, you know, the towns and the villages that they lived in, and got back to the loved ones that, yo, they was whooping these boys' butt. We're winning. Israel is winning. So what happened was, long story short, his daughter came out playing the tambourine. She was celebrating. You know, yeah, my dad, you know, him and his army, they beat these heathens. We don't got to worry about, you know, becoming slaves and stuff like that. We could keep on living, you know, our day to day, living our regular life. Yay, Dad. Well, she didn't know, though, that she was going to be the sacrifice. So, once Jephthah told her what his covenant was that he made with God, you know, she was kind of down and out. Of course, who wouldn't be, right? Like, wow, like, geez, really, Dad? You know, but she accepted it because she believed in God. She trusted in God, too. So she was like, hey, if that's what it took for you to beat the Amorites, so be it. She was like, just give me a couple of months to, you know, just be free. Her and her friends basically, you know, went up in the mountains and she stayed away for a couple of months, and I guess they just, she did what she did, enjoyed herself or whatever. Uh, and they said she dwelled on the fact that she was gonna die a virgin, and that she wasn't gonna be married. You guys got to realize that was a woman's white picket in a fence with the house and the dog back then. Their main thing was to get married and have kids. That was it. That was a woman's job back then. That's what the woman prided themselves off of, that they could be able to do. So the fact that she knew she couldn't tore her up. But long story short, that's what happened. She became the burnt offering to God. What's the moral of the story? I said, what's it to learn? What is it to learn? The fact was, if you remember, God had already told Jephthah in the beginning. He said, I'm going to give these people, you were going to be the conqueror. I'm going to give these fools right over to you. You don't got to worry. But you could, if you think about it, there's been a time where you've been going, where you was about to go do something, or for my instance, it'd be fight, back in the day, going to fight or whatever, something like that. Even though I had the confidence because I knew I could bang, I knew, I was good, still, you would have that split second thought and you would lose focus. You would lose trust in yourself, or you would get, a little uneasy, scared or whatever like that, which is normal, you know. But that's a big thing with God. And the thing is, from here out, from here on out, you guys got to remember, and it doesn't even have to be, spiritually. It's just in anything. Have confidence in yourself. You're starting a new business, whatever the case may be, have confidence. For those who serve in God, do not doubt God. If God has told you He's going to do it, He's going to do it. Because God is not a man that lie, nor a son of man that He should change His mind. You see what I'm saying? So, that's just a little nugget I'm dropping today from that story. But yeah, man, that was crazy. That was crazy. But hey, listen, I thank y'all for tuning in again. Love y'all. That's my time. As always, I tell y'all to stay safe out here in this COVID. And I'll see y'all in the next one, alright? Blood Squad, love y'all. YouTube world, love y'all. Take care. Peace.